In a dense, untamed jungle, there lived a creature so fierce and so mysterious that it was spoken of in hushed tones by all the animals. Its eyes glowed like fiery embers in the night, its roar could shake the tallest trees, and its presence was felt whenever the jungle fell into an eerie silence. The creatures called it the beast of the jungle. No one knew what the beast truly looked like, for it always stayed hidden in the deepest parts of the jungle. Some said it was a huge, shadowy figure, with claws like daggers and teeth that gleamed in the moonlight. Others claimed it was a massive serpent, its scales glistening with venomous power. But one thing was certain: everyone was afraid of the beast. The jungle animals, from the smallest mouse to the largest elephant, lived in constant fear of crossing paths with it. Whenever the sun dipped below the horizon, they hurried to their homes, knowing that the beast would be roaming the jungle under the cover of darkness. Among the animals, there was one who refused to be afraid of the beast: Zara, the young and fearless leopard. Zara had grown up hearing the stories of the beast, but she didn't believe the tales. She was strong, swift, and clever, and she couldn't imagine that anything in the jungle could be as terrifying as the stories made it seem. One day, as Zara lay atop a branch, soaking up the warm sunlight, she overheard a group of monkeys whispering anxiously about the beast. "The beast is near!" one monkey squeaked, her eyes wide with fear. "We should stay hidden until it leaves." "I've heard its roar from miles away," another monkey chimed in. "It's coming for us!" Zara leaped down from the tree with a graceful flip, landing softly on the ground. "What's all this talk about the beast?" she asked, her voice calm but curious. "It's just a bunch of stories, right? There's nothing to fear." The monkeys looked at her with wide eyes. "Zara, you don't understand," one of them said. "The beast is real. It's terrifying. We've seen it lurking in the shadows." Zara frowned. "I've lived in this jungle my whole life. I've never seen any beast. If it's so terrifying, why hasn't it ever attacked anyone? Why are we still here?" The monkeys fell silent, unsure how to answer. Zara's confidence was contagious, and she felt a spark of determination in her heart. "I'm going to find this beast," she declared, "and when I do, I'll prove to you all that there's nothing to be afraid of." With a confident stride, Zara set off deeper into the jungle. The animals, watching her go, whispered nervously among themselves. But Zara didn't care. She was going to find the beast and face it head-on. As the sun began to set, Zara ventured into the dense thicket, where the trees grew so close together that the light barely reached the ground. The air was thick with the sounds of insects and rustling leaves. Zara's sharp eyes scanned the shadows, and her senses were on high alert. The further she went, the more the jungle seemed to close in around her. Hours passed, and the jungle grew darker. Just as Zara was about to turn back, she heard a low growl that made her fur stand on end. It was deep and rumbling, like the sound of a distant thunderstorm. Zara's heart raced, but she stayed calm. "So, this is it," she murmured. "The beast." She crept forward, her paws making no sound as she approached the source of the growl. The trees parted, and there, in a moonlit clearing, stood the beast. But to Zara's surprise, it wasn't the fearsome, terrifying creature the animals had described. It wasn't a giant, shadowy figure or a massive serpent. It was just a lion. The lion had a dark golden mane, and its eyes shone brightly in the moonlight. It was larger than any lion Zara had ever seen, and its body was powerful, but it didn't look like a monster. It looked sad. Zara stepped closer, her curiosity overcoming her fear. "Hello," she said softly, her voice gentle. "Are you the beast of the jungle?" The lion turned its head, its glowing eyes locking with hers. It let out a soft, almost sorrowful growl. Zara could see that its eyes were full of loneliness and pain. She stepped closer, keeping her voice calm. "I've heard stories about you," Zara said. "The other animals say you're terrifying, but I don't think you are. What's wrong?" The lion let out a deep sigh and lowered its head. I am not the beast they think I am, it said, its voice deep and rumbling. I have been misunderstood for many years. I was once the king of this jungle, but a terrible curse was placed upon me. Now I am feared by all, even though all I want is peace. Zara's heart softened. A curse? She asked. Yes, the lion replied. Many years ago, I angered a powerful sorceress. She cursed me to be seen as a beast, to scare all who come near. I've tried to change, but no one will listen. They only hear the roar and see the shadow. Zara thought for a moment. So you're not the beast of the jungle, she said with a smile. You're just a lion who needs help. The lion nodded, his eyes glistening with hope. If only someone would believe me. Zara stood tall and proud. I believe you, she said, and I'll help you show the other animals the truth. The next day, Zara gathered the jungle animals together. She led them to the clearing where the lion stood, no longer hidden in the shadows. At first, the animals were terrified, but Zara stood between them and the lion, speaking boldly. This is not the beast you've feared, she said. This is a lion, just like any other. He's been cursed, but he is not a monster. He only wants to be understood. The animals watched, stunned, as the lion lowered his head, showing his vulnerability. Slowly, the animals began to understand. They saw that the lion was not the beast of the jungle, but a misunderstood creature who longed for companionship. From that day forward, the jungle animals no longer feared the lion. They accepted him, and the curse was lifted. The lion's true nature was revealed, not as a beast, but as a wise and noble creature. The jungle, once filled with fear, became a place of understanding, where everyone learned that things are not always what they seem.